Well, hello everyone. I'm back, the new proud American conservative, yes, with more important info not too many of you can stomach. I think by now, especially those who live in Florida like we do, Texas, you name it, Georgia, conservatives are starting to realize it is one party against we the people. Because you got Republican governors that are just following up with whatever Democrats are doing. It's not as extreme, but pretty close. So we got mandatory bars shut down here in Florida, restaurants working only at 50% occupancy, mandatory masks everywhere. It is crazy. None of these businesses are going to sustain this. They're already hurting from the first crazy 2 months shutdown, and now this again. So this is why I say, think for yourself, look around, just keep your eyes and your ears open when you go out. I always talk to bartenders, I always talk to plumbers, anyone, cab drivers back in the day, Uber drivers today. I like to find out what is really going on in the economy, just based on every single sector. It doesn't matter if you're talking to some CEOs or owners only. Anyone, every job is essential. You can just tell where things are going, and you can prepare based on that. So I suggest all of you just open your eyes, look around when you drive, look around what's going on with the housing sector. Look, are things being built up? Are they being, are they stagnant? What is going on when you go out in a restaurant? What is going on with your whatever service you have at home? Is it getting more tricky to get certain things done? Is it costing more money? That's what I'm trying to say. Just open your eyes, think for yourself. That's what this channel is all about. So I don't see this stopping anytime soon. Prepare, continue preparing. Try to hold some gold if you can, some platinum, some silver. I know it sounds crazy. Why would you do that, right? It's so archaic. Oh, it's too expensive. You're not being realistic. I think most of you have $20 to buy an ounce of silver if you cannot afford an ounce of gold, or you can buy a gram of gold for $85 or whatever the case may be. So that's what I'm doing. You don't have to do any of that. If you want to speculate in the market, I do my stock picks. Right now I'm paying attention to this Quintana Energy. The index, it's QES. If it drops to, let's say, 75 cents, I might be going in pretty big here and hoping to sell around $1 or 90 cents, depending if I can get that sweet spot, the middle I like. So I'm looking at that one. I'm looking into AMPY again, Amplify. If it drops to a low $1, because that is also 52-week low. I like those when they are 52-week lows. Fundamentals don't even matter anymore unless you're holding for a long term, certain different sectors, like maybe some gold stocks or a different country. We're looking at different markets. That could be a possibility for a longer hold when you're getting your yield, your dividend pretty high, let's say 7, 8, 9, 10% in some cases, even higher. That's a possibility. But if you want to look into in and out procedure, I do 1 or 2, possibly 3 stock picks that I'm looking at based on how they're moving. Let's say AMPY opens in $1, right? Jumps up to 110, drops to 85, goes back up to 105, drops to 80. All of a sudden it's 110. When I see that, I make a quick move here. I buy the low, then I sell the high of that day. And these profits can be pretty big if you bought a lot of shares, like 10,000 shares, 5,000 shares, 20,000 shares. If you say, again, you're being unrealistic, you can be doing this with 50 or 20 or 100 shares and look for $20 profit a day. Whatever your scheme, whatever you think. I'm not going to call it scheme because this is all legal, by the way, unless you're doing within 5 days, you keep doing the same thing with the same stock, then it becomes, you're labeled as pattern trader, okay? Which is kind of like an honor to get because that means you know what you're doing. But you can't trade on that particular platform. You cannot trade for 90 days. So whatever your plan is, not scheme, then you can just apply your own way of doing things. If not, if you don't want to speculate in the stock market, keep it super simple. KISS. 20% of your holdings should be in a hard tangible assets. If you don't do that, you are making a huge mistake. I'm guaranteeing you on that one, because silver and gold will never go to zero, and the dollar can completely get destroyed by stock market opening on Monday. That's the kind of time we are living in right now, meaning your purchasing power is gone. It doesn't matter that you got 500 grand or 5,000 sitting in your account. Okay, so either keep it super simple, this is just my plan, you don't have to listen to me, or try to look for some stocks that have a nice sweet spot. Pay attention to what they're doing. I'm keeping my eye on QESAMPY. There's also two more. One is KLXC. If it makes a big dip, I'm going to jump in again. And C as Charlie, IG as George, SIG. CIG, I'm looking at that one as well. So I'll keep you posted tomorrow around 1 or 2 o'clock Eastern time. Once I see what the market is doing, I'll have a pretty good idea what to do and what not to do. So talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. And remember, it is one party against all of us, unless you are in a 1% bracket. Talk soon.